Hey, it's Cosmos Solutions 8, and today I want to talk to you about habits, which, to be honest with you, is my favorite topic. I have a mild obsession with the process of habit formation, and one of the things that occurred to me, this is about a week ago, and I meant to make a video on it sooner, and I'm just now getting around to it, which is ironic given the topic. But I feel like successful marketing is really habit-driven. There's that tried but true saying from Aristotle where he says that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is a habit, not an act. And digital marketing, Google Ads specifically, I think is very habit-driven. So one of the things for you to examine, if you're not getting the results you want, examine the things that you do every single day. The success that you get from your marketing campaigns, from your PPC campaigns, and this is true business-wide, by the way, but the success is going to stem from the things that you do every single day. So if you aren't getting the results that you want on a grander scale, let's say you're not making the amount of money that you want monthly, what is it that you're doing daily to contribute to that monthly goal? And the more incremental and consistent habits that you cultivate in order to feed that monthly goal, the more likely it is that you end up filling up that bucket at the end of the month, which only makes sense, right? So if you exercise every single day, then at the end of the month, you should feel pretty good. And it's the exact same paradigm with marketing in that sometimes we really don't look at it that way. You know, it's kind of like, well, I built the campaign, what now? But you need to take anything that's important to you, anything that's of value, anything that you really want to get good at, and you have to make it a habit. And I believe very strongly that habits are daily rituals. There can be habits that are, you know, every couple of days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday type things, but for the most part, you want to look at what you're doing every single. I shoot a YouTube video every single day. Every single day. And sometimes I really don't feel like shooting a YouTube video. Sometimes I'm tired or I'm stressed or I'm, you know, I don't have any ideas. You know, I got to go home. I'm hungry. I want to hang out with my kids. But shooting a YouTube video every single day has gotten me into this really awesome habit and cadence. And it's proving to be very successful. We're getting great leads. I'm getting great visibility. I've noticed our online ranking has gone up, which is really kind of cool. So it's a great habit. It's really fulfilled, you know, a strong need in my business. So do the same thing on your end. If there's an end result that you're not achieving, figure out what you can do on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be big, by the way. It doesn't have to be massive. You know, if you're running Google Ads and you want to get better, it's like, are you checking your search terms every day? You know, are you looking at your placements, your auction insights, your bids, your adjustments? Like what is it that you can check every day? It could be 5 minutes worth of work, but check it every single day. There's also something about it that's psychologically priming. So even though the work isn't intense, it's just setting is kind of like building something into your subconscious that constantly watches that thing because you're doing it every day, even if it's only a couple of minutes. Before you do it, you're looking forward to that task, or you know that you have to do it. Maybe there's even a little bit of anxiety there, but kind of in a good way. You know, like the way that right before you go to the gym, you're like, oh gosh, I got to get into this place. And even though it's you know, an element of it is anxiety driven, you always feel better when you're there. And then after you've left, that priming is in existence. So if you set yourself a habit to where, you know, like my YouTube videos, using that as an example again, I know all damn day that I've got to create a YouTube video by the end of the day. And so all day as I'm talking to people and having meetings and, you know, doing sales calls and engaging with employees, somebody will say something. I'm like, oh, that's a video. And then, you know, bam, write that down on my little notes. And I make it really easy for myself to compile notes on the videos that I want to make. And then after the video is done, when I walk away from it, sometimes it's like, I feel pretty good about that video. I think I'm going to help a lot of people or whatever. But you know, the 5 to 30 minutes that I spend every day creating videos has primed my entire day with this subconscious seed that has been planted that helps calibrate me towards that task. And you do the exact same thing. I'm not telling you to shoot YouTube videos, by the way. It's whatever it is that you want to do. But figure out what you can do habitually that's going to lead you to the end result that you want. If you're not getting the results that you want, look at your actions. If you're not getting the results that you want, look at your actions. And by the way, if the results that you want can't be tied to an action, then stop wanting that result. The best example I can give you is, you know, I want to be famous. Well, there's no specific action that you can take in order to make yourself famous, right? There's a lot of things that you can do that might, you know, act as actions towards something that could be on the periphery of fame. But there's nothing that's like going to have a whole bunch of people go like, oh, I want this person to be front and center long term. So like, I can't say I want to be YouTube famous, but I can say, hey, I want 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's action oriented because I know for every video that I make, I get 2 subscribers or whatever the metric is, which is an interesting metric. Now that I think about it, I should actually be tracking that. So if you're not getting the results that you want, look at your actions and calibrate your actions towards something that you can do habitually every single day in as much as that's possible, because I know there's a whole world out there that you have to contend with, and you have a life and a job and family and, you know, things that you need to do. But try to figure out something that you can do every single day. And I mean, in some instances, it can be as simple as reading. Read every single day. Read a little bit about Google Ads every day. And you know, go get Mike Rhodes' book. Phenomenal book. Great piece of literature. You know, go buy Isaac Renancy's course. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, do something. What's the podcast that I really like? Jason Rothman. Him and a buddy, I forget the guy's name, but great podcast. Like figure out something that you can do every single day that will calibrate and set that seed, because it's not just about the action that you take then. It's about, you know, it's about that priming, like I mentioned, you know, kind of setting the stage on a daily basis and getting you into that repetitive mode. And it's hard in the beginning. Habit formation is hard in the beginning, but guess what? There's data behind how long it takes. It's 10 weeks. It's 66 days. So adjusted for, you know, I'm padding that a little bit, 70 days to 10 weeks. By the end of 10 weeks, you will have, statistically speaking, formed a new habit, and that habit ends up happening kind of on autopilot. Now you're just sort of running through life, and then here's the thing that, you know, it's a great asset to have cultivated that's just going. So figure out what it is that you want and then build a habit towards it. And I think you're going to find this to be a really powerful practice. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Comment if you have any ideas for me, any habits that you're trying to cultivate. I'd love to know. I actually track my habits using an app, and I can try and show you that app here. Let's see whether or not it shows up. So you can see, bam, the collection of habits that I'm trying to cultivate. And if you see a green bubble, it means that I did it. And if you see a red bubble, which you won't see because I'm very compliant, then it means that I did not. And I think that's an important thing to do too, because over time, you begin to build a streak. And the streak is one that you don't want to lose. You don't want to miss out on. And, you know, that's another thing that just kind of reinforces the frame of mind that you need to be when you're building habits. So I hope this helps you. And that's all I've got. I'll see you tomorrow.